Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be watching Oscar nominee and not perhaps, definitely an Oscar winner, Poor Things. For me, movie of the year. For several,
misogynistic masterpiece.
I don't know what is wrong with people lately that they have been attacking this movie. I don't know. It smells to me that they are mentally ill or they don't have comprehension skills at all. But for me, it's one of my favorite movies of this year and perhaps of all times. Yes, and it dethroned Black Swan somehow. I don't know how, but it did. Poor Things, as you may know, its cast is quite legendary because we have the immaculate and talented Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe, and Rami Youssef. And obviously, the delicious and charismatic Christopher Abbott and Margaret Qualley. This is quite a complex, and I think that I will enjoy this movie again because I watched this movie in theaters and it was a life-changing experience. I would recommend everyone to do it, to go to the theater and watch it. It doesn't matter if it's your first, second, or whatever time you go, it's worth it. Because I spent my money on my ticket and it was worth it. And I don't regret it at all. So go to the theater and watch it. If you're here because you haven't watched it or you don't want to watch it, or if you did and you want to enjoy it again with some commentary on the background, you came to the right place. So before we dive into the video, I would like to ask you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and activate the ring so you don't miss any of the content that I will be uploading very soon.
And this time is for real.
So without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Okay guys, I am really excited because this for me is a fucking masterpiece, and watching the interviews and knowing what happened behind the scenes and how they did everything and how they filmed it also, it's quite so just perfect. They just knew what they were doing. So let's start. Why does it say contain tobacco depictions? Girl, have you seen the movie? I mean, it has tobacco. But do we really care if it has tobacco? You know, I don't know. I think that we are in the decay of humankind. I think that our brains are just
shrinking
and not thinking straight. Because, girl, this is an 18 plus movie, an R-rated movie, and you warn us about tobacco? Okay. I mean, do you? Oh, and this part, I don't know how to say it, but it is like a sort of silk or like a bed sheet with all the, you ate. The person who did that, you know all the details that went into this. And also the soundtrack, the score. Because I remember that I didn't watch the movie and I listened to the score and it was actually astonishing. Like this. And this is scene also. It's just the tension, the suspense, all the incertitude of what could happen or what is happening. Because imagine just opening the movie with that scene, with a suicide. Oh, literally the best. You gave me the million reasons to let you go. And you know, also, funny fact is that I think that I might be mistaken, but maybe not. But I remember Emma Stone saying that she looked up videos of babies in development, not in the womb, like being an infant and knowing or discovering things on their own, how they acted, how they how they were towards those objects. And also that makeup of Willem Dafoe, it's actually the person who did that, they deserve a raise. Yeah, I can see how much commitment Emma Stone put in this role. The postures of a baby, or trying to just remain, you know, like polite while eating, and also how they react to food that they don't like. Like, look, exactly. Like, it's just like a baby, obviously, because if you've seen the movie, it's obviously about a woman whose brain is practically replaced with a baby one. This is me with indigestion. This first part of the movie is actually astonishing because you get to see the innocence that Emma Stone shows with Bella Baxter. And what I'm still wondering is how they did that with the duck and the dog.
And who can tell human from animal, if there is a difference?
Rami Youssef. Unpopular opinion. Rami Youssef is... I would.
Physical proximity to us does not make us so.
Fuck off, old pal. Get yourself a suit.
I remember I was heartbroken in the theater how they talked to him like typical guy that is like an outcast.
Mr. Max McCandles, walk with me at the end of the lesson.
Max my candles. You can put your candle in me.
Stop!
And that's how we start the journey of practically just watching an experiment come to life. It's actually like a Frankenstein. Well, I'm not saying anything new because everyone has been comparing it with that, but also with other things. I will talk about that later because it actually infuriates me. Yeah. This is Emma Stone's magnum opus. Yet.
Bella, this is Mr. McCandles.
Bud.
Whoa.
I'm fine.
Oh, she's just perfect. I don't picture anyone pulling up this role. And I don't care if anyone is like complaining of the length of the movie, like 2 hours and a half. Trust me, like I've been seated for movies that last more than 3 hours. And it's actually okay as long as they have like relevant scenes. It's okay by me. You know?
Bella cut 2.
Just dead ones for Bella.
Just dead.
Just dead.
And this actually warms my heart because he also wants her to discover things on her own. Obviously because it's his experiment. Okay, I will not be able to show this, but...
Squish! Squish! Squish!
Yeah, I don't know how they manage for Bella to not become a serial killer. That is my greatest question. Okay, that green screen is actually just insane.
Where did she come from?
From a goose.
Believe your job is collecting data when I add inane questions to it.
Wow, and that is the first thing that I hate about him. Hiding things from him, because he's actually involved in the experiment, but...
You need daddy God. Prim say you not be. Bella no work girl.
Funny thing is that she calls him God because he's always... Well, obviously his name is Godwin. I don't know, I feel that he calls him like God, like the creator, her creator. Obviously she calls him like that unconsciously. Looking at it from an outside perspective, it looks like she's calling him like, hey creator, you know, God. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Let's continue.
Parents.
Peru. Yes.
Hey.
Why you pen book every nut?
I must note down your nutritional intake.
How moon?
I really love also, it has the comedy. This movie has comedy in an unconventional way. Ooh, and I remember on the theater watching this, Actually, all the theater started gasping like, oh, don't go there! Like, she's going to, you know, like, kill herself again. But yeah, it was actually an unique sensation that I would pay to experience it again. Ooh, and that's when you know something happened. That's when you start discovering the secrets just by looking at the wound.
What was that?
Outside.
Okay, the question, what were they doing?
Has she ever been outside?
No.
I have created a perfectly entertaining and safe world for Bella.
Okay, that is one of the things that we start seeing in Bella, that she wants to discover the world and how she wants some independence. And Godwin, obviously, he doesn't like that. First, because it's his experiment, and second, because he just sees her as an object at the end of the day. It actually saddens me because I know where he comes from of not letting her go outside because he wants to protect her. But if we see the optics, he just wants the experiment just to live and just for him to, you know, like gain popularity in the science field. Like, she won't do anything wrong by being outside. She just wants to enjoy herself outside. Like, look, like she's just existing. She's just vibing.
Kill it.
What?
Oh, no. Greatest question, like, I don't know how they managed for her not to be a serial killer. I really feel sorry for Bella because she was not able to live a normal life. Well, obviously because she's not like a conventional woman.
Stop me walk. No, now.
And this is one of the most
No, never.
heartbreaking scenes in the movie. We will see what is the most heartbreaking later. But this is one of the... Like, this really breaks my heart. And also one of the funniest because how she wanted to... just to step outside. But yeah, this part is what... like, makes me really uneasy. As I said, he just sees her as a pawn of his science trajectory. Like, she's just, well, an experiment, a result, a number, just data collection.
What did you do to her? Why are you hiding her? Tell me what all this means or I'll go to the police.
Period. That is my man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I love how they just build that feeling of not knowing what we are facing, what we are watching, like who are these people? And I love how they start just throwing little hints towards what this person could be, like this character.
What would she feel on being dragged from her carefully chosen blank eternity and forced to be put in one of our understaffed, poorly equipped madhouses, reformatories, or jails?
As I said, he came from a good place at the beginning. He wanted to save her, but he had other intentions too. So, like, this is cinema. Like, watching this, obviously I will not show it, unfortunately, because, you know, it is crazy. Like, to think about that. Like, damn. Girl, like, what were you taking at the moment you were writing that? And this is one of the funniest scenes on this movie. Well, not this, like, you know, doing that. I mean what comes later on with the maid. But if you think about it, this scene might be the Call Me By Your Name, like, reckless version. I know, no, it would not be a reckless version. It would be like a better and female version of the Peaches.
Bella just got happy when she wants. You are sour face, but I fix you. Close eyes.
Oh, no.
Just wait. It takes a moment.
She grabbed my hairy business.
Why is it hairy? Like, you know, wax exists.
Bella, cease working yourself immediately.
Working yourself. Cease working yourself. Oh, he's just so polite. What I was saying about the shots, how they focus on her mouth. You know that when you actually start reaching climax and you're actually just like focusing in one spot in order to just reach that satisfaction. Also, if we are the audience and we're watching that, it obviously comes to our minds that she's moaning. And obviously, in order to build that uneasiness and that uncomfortable feeling, they just focus on the mouth and while she is doing that sound. And when she finishes, you see how the camera just zooms out. This is genius, actually. This is genius.
I believe I see love between you and Bella. Perhaps you shouldn't marry her. I think she
See?
loves you.
And that is the other thing about controlling her. That he sees that he is invested in just seeing her grow. And he knows that being married with him, he will have that experiment under his control.
To Bella.
Remy should do that to me. But, you know, life is hard. We move on.
I do not wish to take advantage of you. You were special. When we are wed.
My man. My man.
And you must live here with me always.
See, I was right. He just wants her to live in that little world that he created for her when it is actually for him. Ah, my Ruffalo. That's why I have 2 holes. Well, 3. No. Oh my god. Right.
She's gone. Why did you not stop her?
She is a being of free will.
It is like a father with his child. Like, he is afraid of letting her go, but then he just lets her. But he is constantly thinking like, will she be okay? What is she doing?
Just hope she's all right.
And that's when we start with the colors. After we have our sexual encounter, because we see that as something marvelous, something that it's just outwardly. Yeah, and what I wonder is how many extensions did she wear?
Mrs. Prim said you were a wolf who sent 100 women on you.
She undersells it. Okay. Oysters. Have you...
Oh, wait, I love this setup. I love this setup, actually. I think that they will win the production design Oscar. And now we enter the second phase, which I forgot to mention that this is divided in 5, according to the director. And Emma, obviously, because she is the main character.
Incredible.
And I actually love all the suits and the costumes.
It's siesta time.
What is siesta?
It actually was so funny, like, what is a siesta? Like, literally, I need Mark Ruffalo to do siestas with me. And literally, they care to warn about tobacco depiction, but...
Well, then it will just be you I do furious jumping with.
Furious jumping.
Furious jumping. I forgot about this. Like, whoever wrote the dialogue, genius. Just genius. Ooh, that production design Oscar is theirs. Like, whoa, and that... Ooh, I love how the camera is just following her, like, for the audience to be immersed in that world, like, how she is seeing things. Ooh, oh, and I forgot to wear my glasses. They are not like this, but they are more like these ones. But you know, the spirit is there. And we love also how during her journey of discovery, she is also astonished by what she sees, but also horrified in some ways. I remember this, and that's when we see how that is what I was saying before, how she is mesmerized by what she hears and what she sees. She's just wrapped in excitement and astonishment. May I say this, but Emma Stone's nose and eyes, literally, she's just perfect. And this is one of the scenes where she is just... She's just scared how people can be just rude. Like, she doesn't know that facade of the real world yet. Like, we have the comparison and the contrast between the singing, which is a beautiful thing, and the yelling, that is something ugly and uncomfortable to hear, because it makes you feel insecure, unsafe. Literally, I need this as a banner. And her just walking away after puking like a queen. Ooh, and no, this is peak cinema.
Handbag.
Why I keep it in my mouth if it is revolting?
I have said that before to Gerald.
Oh, because you mean his penis. Things can sometimes be salty.
I would like to try it.
I must go punch that baby.
Oh, that line. Whoever wrote that, I must know them personally and just shake their hand.
Hey, bestie.
Reason does not penetrate. Let us go.
Period. Ooh. Ooh, and I remember... Pause. I remember I watched this interview of Mark Ruffalo just watching his previous work. They showed this scene, and he actually said that Bella actually slapped him hard. It was actually a real feeling and a real reaction from him by the slapping, because he was just amazed that she was able to slap that hard, especially being on character. So that's why he's just like out of place, like, ow, you know? And like, stellar cast. Let's continue.
You're cross at Bella's outings and adventures. Understand, me never lived outside God's house.
What?
So Bella's so much to discover.
See, and that is what I was thinking, that she's just chained to men. First with Godwin and now with Duncan. Like, men love available women, but not free women. Ooh, I ate that. Oh, this is, yeah. I mean, it has the comedy, it has the drama, it has a musical, like the choreo. Like, literally the choreo, like Beyonce, who the fuck are you? Like, Emma Stone should do a halftime show with this dance. And I don't know why, but I feel that this was just improvised. I don't think that they rehearsed this at all.
And over there repeated blinks at me. I blinked back. For polite, I think.
God, this movie really never ceases me to make me laugh. Like, it can make you cry, it can make you laugh, and it also makes you think and analyze things, see other optics of the world.
You too may tongue play me, so I'm not understanding this complicated feeling. Are you now crying?
Hi Bella, you're literally just a queen. You're a queen.
What a confusing person you are, Uncle Wedderburn.
He's just a fuckboy. Literally, this was aimed to fuckboys. So the people who are just playing with other ones in order to get an attention and that unrequited kind of love affair, Bella ended you. So fuck off. Oh, and that's when we start discovering the ugliness.
Hotels?
Look out the window, Bella.
We start discovering the ugliness of things, of, you know, life. Because there will always be people who wants to restrain us. And that is the second imprisonment. First at Godwin's house and now at the boat.
So how judge it empirically?
What the fuck are you talking about? Who are you? You don't know what bananas are, you've never heard of chess, and yet you know what empirically means.
Bella wants a drink.
See, and also, he's just mad at her just going outside and also speaking her mind. As I said, they just love available women, not free women. I don't know if I am digging too into this, but maybe she wants to know other people in order to, you know, explore other worlds. If she cannot go outside the ship, she knows other people, other worlds.
Harry Astley.
This is Martha. She is my new friend who has not been fucked in 20 years. Is that not astonishment?
You will be astonished that I have been 24 years without being bedded.
You chose me over him.
For now? For fun?
I'll fucking throw you overboard.
I mean, why are you mad? Like, she is doing what you're doing with her. Like, you just want this to be, like, temporary. And she's doing the same with you. Like, you don't like to be played with your own games. Actor. Ooh, actor. She doesn't give a fuck, queen. Ooh, Margaret. Ooh, I forgot that she was in this. I mentioned it at the beginning.
But you will progress fast.
Yeah, they want to replace Bella somehow to see if she has the same results as her. They fail.
Meanwhile, people and society can be improved.
It is the goal of all to improve, advance, progress, grow. I know this.
Pause. I think that Martha and Harry on this scene represent two, you know, ideals. First one, Martha, being like the ideal world that people can change, society can change for the better, and to live all in harmony. Whereas Harry is actually the real world, where we see that it's not that easy, that it contrasts Martha's thinking, Martha's thoughts. So that's why she is like conflicted. Like, who should I believe? Like, yes, people can change, but then Harry, in order to win over Martha's perspective, he shows her what we will see in a little bit. So let's continue.
These two are fighting and ideas are banging around in Bella's head and heart like lights in a storm.
She doesn't know who to believe, but she is actually creating a mind of her own.
You were in my son.
Ooh, and the fishing eye. Oh, I remember everyone gasped at the theater. Like, it's something shocking that he doesn't want her to contradict him. He doesn't want her to have a mind of her own and eventually leave him. Like, she's a baby.
Must be hot.
We are seeing that
We must go help.
nowadays.
How will we do that?
How could we help them? Obviously with little things, but it's not enough.
Bella.
Literally, like, her reaction is so genuine that it really just shrinks your heart. Oh, and the score. Oh, literally, I have chills in my body, and And I love how she is just so pure and wants to change what is wrong. You know, I think that she also has like she shares Martha's mind that she wants the world to be fair and for everyone, but she saw what it is really like and we cannot change it.
You're costing up, Mom.
I must give this money to the poor near the hotel.
We could take care of that for you.
They need money.
Everyone does.
And it's true, everyone needs money.
Thank you.
And obviously they make her believe that they are good people, but they're actually looking for their own benefit. Being in whatever economical or financial status, whatever that is, they're just looking for their own benefit.
My soul has been buckled, crumpled, flattened.
And that's when we start seeing, that is the turning point for Bella. Like she starts seeing things as they are.
And who am I, lying in a feather bed while dead babies lie in a ditch?
Ooh, and she's so real because we're seeing that now. This movie is actually, by its dialogue, is also timeless because at the end of the day, we're always at war. Especially now that we are in proving times. Especially for those who live nearby or in Gaza. I am glad that they created this movie because it just addresses all topics. Literally, I cannot say enough. And that's when we see Paris. Paris is really cursed. Like literally, everything happens in Paris. Ooh, I love this setting. Now that I see it, because I was literally just amazed by all the details and everything, and now I am catching up on everything, on something that I didn't realize, but wow.
How will we live now?
I don't know.
Exactly, that's the experiment. We are now the poor. While it is true my ability to think things through to the logical...
Literally, seeing her in this attire, I remember the tweets when the first picture of Poor Things came out, and everyone said, "Hey, Lord." Wow.
Good afternoon, madam.
Wow, and all the details. Oh, literally. Oh, this bitch. I hate her.
If you need money, it is the shortest route to it.
We see it here as a metaphor of how survival is, how their conditions, their living settings are. I mean, for sex workers, and how unfair the world is to them, how they treat them as objects, as Bella was. Well, I say it as objects because she is actually being imprisoned by men, and they're actually imprisoned by a woman, but like obliged to satisfy other men. Oh no, I don't think I will be able to show this because it will be nudity. So, yep, you will see my face. Hello, how are you? And you see, fun fact, I will not be able to just lay down with a man who I don't know his name or that I don't know anything about. Like, I have to know him first in order to, you know, let him play with me or play with them, whatever. Oh, she's so queen.
You've always said you're the best bedman in the world, and I've never known another, so knew not whether this was true.
You fucked for money.
And as an experiment, it is good for our relationship.
And we see how he just sees it as something horrible, like apparent.
You are a monster. Oh.
Hey, I was eating that.
With a tsunami of destruction to take my...
She just seems like, okay.
You should definitely never marry. I'm a flawed, experimenting person, and I will need a husband with a more forgiving disposition.
Can't.
I can now see you are not that.
A woman plotting her course to freedom. How delightful.
That is her third imprisonment, but this time by a woman. But I mean, she lets other men take advantage of them. So, yeah. In this house, she will actually discover the ugliness of sex and how she's trying to improve, because she's just like that. She is trying to make the world better, at least for everyone and for her. So everyone wins.
You have the most delicious looking
this
loaves.
scene is...
Thank you.
I must.
I am disgusted.
You will be a wrinkled old husk, and no one will want you either.
Like you.
Get her, Jade.
But some men enjoy that you do not like it. Sick, but good business.
For you. It's good business for you, because at the end of the day, you live well.
But more than that, we must experience everything, not just the good, but degradation, horror, sadness. This makes us whole, Bella.
This is like the Phantom of Christmas Past, but hardcore version.
You wish what?
My boys are orphanage for education, sexual.
Oh no, I will not show this at all, but if you haven't seen it, it is actually a parent trying to show their sons how to have sex, and they actually watch him do Bella, and he's actually like giving them a tutorial, and they are taking notes. That is sick. Like literally, he's like thrusting his cock in Bella, and he's actually giving them like a tutorial, like, as if he was in YouTube. Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Go home.
Oh, he's down bad.
I'm almost ready to forgive you. I've booked our birth home, and I've told Mother to prepare a wedding bed.
Oh, you're down bad.
And you did, I know! I beat the...
It's one that is just like, what the fuck? Who are you?
I look at you and feel nothing but the lingering question of how did I ever want you?
Ooh.
And we must go to the meeting of socialists.
Ooh.
Your horse!
We are our own means of production.
Period.
Go away.
Socialist, benevolent, feminist queen. Yep.
Hot chocolate, my dear. And pale chocolat.
Why does she remind me of Brooke Candy? But actually, Brooke Candy rocks tattoos way better than her. And she doesn't take advantage of women because she's a queen. Listen to her single safe word. She's a queen. I don't know if... Oh, literally, Swiney... Oh, it needs to go away. I don't know why she didn't take her out. I mean, I don't know how Bella did not, like, I don't know, knock her out and steal the money and set all the women free. I don't know, to be honest. I was of the idea that she should have killed her because she didn't deserve to live, but you know, the world is what it is and I cannot do anything about it. Oh, so now we're in the 5th phase, the final phase. Ooh, and ooh, it must have been really crazy to be in that set, like watching everything just in place like it is. I mean, obviously the sky must be a green or blue screen, but watching the houses...
The whore's back.
Oh, girl, there's no need to do that.
You also bring beady eyes and hard questions. Did I have a baby in me? And if so, where is it?
Technically, you are your baby. And also, I suppose, you are your mother. And also neither.
So, it actually, if we see it this way, she's actually her own god. Let's say that. Because as he said, you're your own mother, your own baby. Like, you don't have a creator. Like, you're just you. And there is that. And then she sees how he keeps going with the monstrosity of just creating other humans.
Another one.
We missed you.
Monsters.
Yeah. And this could be like a parallel, maybe I'm wrong, as usual, that you know that Godwin is called God, and he actually created a human, and now he created another one. We don't know how, but we assume that it's the same way that he did with her. So it could be compared with the fact how God creates humans, and how we come here to suffer is just a monstrosity. It obviously here in this context is monstrous because he actually used a little baby's brain in order to develop inside an adult's body. But if we compare it with the religious context, it's that existence itself is just horrible, like something that is just bound to end in an awful way. This movie is making me think a lot. Oh my god. Ooh, and I love her outfit a lot. Also, I think that they might win costume design.
I read your cards and letters home and watched you fearlessly create Bella Baxter with wonder.
I am finding being alive fascinating, so I'll forgive you the act. But always hate the lies and trapping that followed.
And you know, I really love how we don't see the change because we are just watching her grow. Because let's see it as we were parents, that we see our children and we see them as little until we come to the realization that they're actually grown now. Like seeing the baby and then you see him as a kid, and while they're growing you just realize that they're almost young adults. And that's how we saw Bella, that we saw her just mumbling words, and now we see her like a human being, like human of her own, with mind, with an opinion, with feelings.
Did we miss the part about anyone objecting to this? Or has...
No, not this. Oh, and the score.
Hello, Victoria.
Oh my.
General Alfred Blessington.
Well, you're actually a curse to humanity.
It is good to have you back, Victoria.
Ooh, yeah, I remember this. The outside and the inside of this palace was actually. What I wonder is if she was. I remember thinking that she was cruel, but because he made her cruel. I don't think that Victoria per se was cruel. Wow. I need to pause on that later on when I edit, because maybe she said something important in there.
Your sexual hysteria was often out of hand. And for the killing of our unborn child. In fact, when I list the ways you've wronged me, Jesus Christ himself would probably beat your head in with a bat.
Yeah, and I don't know why I think that he abused of her. And that's why she called it the monster.
I suggest we stick close to the house for several months, maybe a year.
Oh, this will be her fourth imprisonment.
I will leave at my leisure, but I am flattered by your desire to trap me.
Yeah, it will be her fourth imprisonment, wow. The third wasn't that a prison, but it was a sort of prison because she was in need. But if we see it in a way, the prisons, let's say that there are 4 prisons. So as long as life goes on, it gets tougher and tougher, because at first it's the father with love, with overprotection. Then it goes Duncan, that it's obsession. Then the third one is advantage, and the fourth one is actually just power, control. Ooh. I would never believe that those words came out of my mouth. Ooh. now that we are talking about prisons, I hate the people who said that this is misogynistic. Girl, this movie has a plot. This movie is about a woman rediscovering herself and making her own story. Like, can you not understand? Do you have common sense? Are you slow?
This time we will get it done.
This
I shall
time.
get her sedated and bring her to your surgery this evening.
So maybe she was raped, and since he didn't want the baby, well, maybe she didn't want the baby. Oh no, I don't know. I have lots of theories, but
A woman's life's work is children. I intend to rid you of that infernal packet between your legs and plant a seed in you straight after.
wow, like he was just sick.
He then removed the baby, removed the brain from the baby, transplanted it into my head, and reanimated me. I'll bring you the file. It's actually quite fascinating. I will keep my new life, my lovely old clitoris. Thank you.
I mean, she really is just like an example of how a woman should be like independent. So people who say that this is just an insult to feminism, they're just utterly wrong. They should just
I'd rather you
analyze
shot me in the fucking
and just read a little more.
If I...
Oh, yeah, and this is one of the best scenes in the movie.
We should get some water for the general.
Ooh. Oh, she looks so happy and free. Oh, like it really. Oh, it gives me chills everywhere, and how she is happy, how she's a free woman. It really is one of the most complex and one of the most satisfying and aesthetically looking movies of these past years. It's on the league of its own. Poor Things is actually the feminist movie that we were looking for. Some people might not digest it as it was intended to be, but it is not valid to just trash it, to just say that it's misogynistic, that it is just an insult to all women, that it is also predatory behavior, promoting predatory behavior, which is not true. We actually see her evolve and eventually become her own self, find her identity, find her true person that she wants to be. So this was Poor Things, which I may dare to say that it is one of the best movies that I've ever seen in my life, because after I stepped out of the cinema, I was a changed man. I literally saw how life can be both horrible, but at the same time fascinating, that makes you see life from another lens. So if you love this movie, you're on the right path. You get the message, you get the intention that the director and the writers had in the production and making of this movie. But if you don't get it, it's okay too. But you don't get to assume or to have just wrong opinions of something that was not intended to be like that. Oh, I don't know if that makes sense, but the thing is that you don't get to say what a movie is causing on everyone, because you're not everyone. The movie itself speaks volumes, and it is, I would say, not only a feminist movie, but a human movie, because it shows how humans can be improved, how people can actually see the light after all the darkness that they have been through. So I would talk for hours. Well, actually I will speak just for half an hour because I would repeat myself all over again. But Poor Things is one of the best movies of all time. Like, it's up there for me. And I might not be the only one who thinks that, because it just has everything: drama, comedy, discovery, and the awakening feeling of wanting to just discover the outside, to be out of your bubble and just be out there. Whoa. So that was Poor Thing, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the movie, because it has lots of messages, a lot to analyze and to speak about, and I think that this is a timeless movie which will make just debates just turn up, either for what is happening now or what the intentions of this movie were. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this pretty long video, because I think that this video might be almost 45 minutes long. I hope not. Thank you again, and I'll see you very soon with much more content to come. So take care, drink water, and I love you. Goodbye. Woo! Bye, guys. Bye.